Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Madden Imperialism Legends Edition, where we're going to take the best players from all 32 NFL franchises. We're going to put them on their original teams, and we're going to have them battle it out over the United States map, and we're going to see who can come out on top and win Madden Legends Imperialism. Let's get to it. And here we go back with Madden Imperialism as we see the Patriots and the Seahawks. They're going to go ahead and pick up some territory, and we're going to get our first game with the 49ers. They're going to be headed northeast, which is going to be going into Las Vegas territory. They're going to be playing the Raiders. Down by 3 with 51 seconds left. Joe Montana's looking. He finds Terrell Owens over the middle for a first down. Now 25 seconds left within field goal range, but they want to score a touchdown to try and win this, and they only managed to get 9, so the 49ers with no timeouts, they decide to kick 3 and take it into overtime. So first possession of overtime, Ken Stabler looking. He finds a wide open receiver who's going down the sideline, going to get big yardage, going to take it to about the 22-yard line. So now 1st and 10, next play. He's looking, he finds a receiver once again for another first down, taking it to about the 11, just outside of goal to go. So 3rd and 2 now. He's going to end up finding his receiver, Tim Brown. They're going to get a touchdown. So now the 49ers have to answer back. Joe Montana finds Terrell Owens, threads the needle there. 3rd and 14. They're going to have to get something going. He dishes it out to Christian McCaffrey, who's going to get about 11. So now 4th and 3. They need something big, and they decide to hand it off to Frank Gore for some reason, who's going to go up the middle for a first down. Next play, Joe Montana's looking. He finds Deebo Samuel over the top, who's going to go in. He's going to score a touchdown. And now, next points wins. So Ken Stabler's looking. He finds his receiver over the middle once again to about the 40. 3rd and 2. They need a stop here for the 49ers. They got to stop him. Nick Bosa getting in there to get a tackle. So now it's the 49ers' chance to answer back. He dishes it, gets it to Terrell Owens, who's going to grab a first down. And now looking for anything else, finds Terrell Owens once again. We have not seen Jerry Rice here, by the way. Have not seen Jerry Rice at all. As we see Roger Craig going up the middle, everybody's getting involved. All the good running backs in 49ers history getting involved a little bit. But they managed to turn the ball over. Ken Stabler now looking, finds a receiver, threads that needle to Tim Brown. And they find a first down to about the 49-yard line. Ken Stabler now dropping back, looking. He finds another first down. So now they're looking at field goal territory, about a 55-yarder. He's going to hand it off to, I believe, Marcus Allen there. So now it's 3rd and 5. They just want to see if they can get any yardage. They're going to hand it off to Bo Jackson, who's going to get dropped behind the line for -2. But it's not going to matter. And Las Vegas is going to end up taking the San Francisco territory. 49ers, my 49ers, unfortunately eliminated early. So that's what the current map looks like. Next up, we're going to have the Patriots once again. We're going to be headed down south. They're going to take over some more territory, and we're going to get back into another wheel spin. Who else but the Cowboys? We're going to go east. They're going to be taking on the Texans. This should be pretty obvious, but the Texans, now down only 7, and they're driving, manages to find a big completion there to Andre Johnson. Deshaun Watson going, and he finds another big first down to Owen Daniels. And it looks right now like Deshaun Watson's kind of dotting up this defense. So now we have 2nd and goal, 34 seconds left. Deshaun Watson throws it on the outside to Owen Daniels, who's not quite going to get there. 3rd and goal from the 4. He's going to throw it on the outside. Owen Daniels wide open. He's going to score a touchdown. They're going to try and go for 2 for some reason. They're going to hand it off. And Arian Foster is going to get dropped behind the line. So they could have taken this into overtime, but instead, Houston is going to end up losing this. So they get their territory taken by Dallas. And wow, they should have just kicked the field goal. Buccaneers going to be up next. They're going to be headed Northwest. So they're going to take on Jacksonville, and Tampa Bay is just going to end up winning this game. You see Tom Brady doing Tom Brady things, finding Gronk over the middle for the first down, and that's going to do it. They're going to take over the Jacksonville territory, and they're going to have full control of the northern Florida area. Now the Bears going to get a spin. They're going to end up going directly west. They're going to take over Iowa, get some more territory. And up next, we have the Denver Broncos. A lot of open territory around them, but they're going to go east. They're going to play against Kansas City. So now we've got Patrick Mahomes down by 3 with 26 seconds left. Got to see what they have, what they can do. Mahomes goes, he finds Tyreek over the middle. Now they're getting into field goal territory. They managed to do just that. They kick a field goal. This is going into overtime. So now we got Patrick Mahomes on the first possession of overtime, looking at third down. He dishes it off to Tyreek, who can only get 4 yards. So now it's Denver's game to lose. John Elway handing it off to Terrell Davis, who's going to break a tackle, going to break a couple tackles. He's going to get a first down. 2nd and 10 now. John Elway looking. He's going to get dropped by Chris Jones. So now we're looking at 3rd and 18. John Elway needs a big, big play to get at least in field goal range. He ends up throwing it way deep down the field. He just barely misses Demaryius Thomas, I believe. And Kansas City gets the ball right back. Now they end up going. He finds his receiver. I am not even sure who that is. The number does not come to my mind, and Kansas City is going to end up taking this. They're going to end up taking over Colorado. And up next, it looks like we're going to end up having the Vikings, and they're going to be headed southeast to take on the Packers. And here we are in the fourth quarter of the Vikings and Packers game as Aaron Rodgers is going to look. He's going to throw a dart to the sideline, who's going to catch it, surprisingly. And yet another pass right over the middle, going to get now into field goal range. So next, they're going to hand it off on 1st and 10 to Amon Green, who's going to end up taking it up to about the 21-yard line for a first down. Aaron Rodgers once again going to hand it off to, I believe that's Paul Ornung, who's going to get yet another first down to the 10-yard line. 2nd and 7 now. Vikings have no timeouts. They're going to hand it off to Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is going to kind of center the ball a little bit, set up a field goal for the Packers, who are going to go up by 3 with 6 seconds left. Now Frank Tarkenton has one opportunity. He throws it down. It's going to end up being caught by Hawkinson, but they're still going to lose. Packers are going to take this. Now you see the updated map as we get into our next spin, and once again, we're going to have the Los Angeles Chargers. They're going to be going east. They're going to be taking on the Cardinals for their first chance at territory. Dan Fouts now dishing it off to LaDainian Tomlinson for a very small gain. 3rd and 9 now. Dan Fouts once again looking. He finds his receiver on an out route. He's going to manage to get a first down. Now, 52 seconds left. For some reason, they hand the ball off. Get into field goal range, though, so it's not really going to matter. Arizona has no timeouts left. The Chargers are going to go down. They're going to kick a field goal to go up by 3. And I believe this is Jake Plummer. Correct me if I'm wrong. But he's going to end up throwing it way deep, and it's going to get knocked down. The Chargers are going to take over Arizona. So here's what the map is looking like now. Going to hold most of California as the Giants get rolled. Next, they're going to go southwest into Philly, and Eli Manning is going to be down by 7. He's going to find, I believe that's Jeremy Shockey, for a gain of 9. Now Eli Manning looking. He's going to end up dishing it down to Morris, who's going to get a big gain, going to go to the 46. Eli Manning starting to pick up some steam here as he's got 2nd and 9. Still down by 7, just a little under a minute left. Going to find OBJ for a big gain. Now going to get to the 37-yard line. 2nd and 10. Eli Manning once again going to find OBJ over the middle of the field. Going to get a timeout. And it's absolutely insane. But before this, Eli Manning threw 2 incomplete passes the same way that this just happened outside of the end zone. He just threw it away twice. So now it's 4th and 10, last chance. Eli Manning throws it up, and it's going to be incomplete. Philadelphia is going to beat the Giants, and they're going to take over their territory. So now we have them controlling the northern half of New Jersey as the Chargers once again get rolled. They're going to go up northwest to take on the Los Angeles Rams, and they're going to be down by 8 doing it as Dan Fouts finds a receiver over the middle, but they have no timeouts, so they need to go quick, and Aaron Donald is going to get there to Dan Fouts. The Chargers are going to lose, and the Rams are going to take over that territory as we see the map after that game. And next up, it looks like we're going to have the Raiders, who are going to be headed southwest. They're going to go into Los Angeles and take on the Rams. The Rams are going to have the ball. They're going to get this first down to go into field goal territory, and it looks like they're setting themselves up to win this game as they hand it off. They're going to gain about 4 or 5 yards. They're going to set themselves up to kick the field goal and take a 3-point lead with about 50 seconds left. So now the Raiders have to make something happen. Rich Gannon's going to go ahead. He's going to drop back, find Tim Brown over the middle, who's going to gain about 6, but it's not going to be enough. He's inside of the field. The clock is going to keep ticking, so now he's going to drop back, and he's going to get dropped. The Raiders are going to go ahead. They're going to take this L, and the Rams are going to take over all of their territory. So now, next up, we have the Titans, who are going to grab some territory here, and then the Panthers are going to follow suit, and they're going to grab some territory. Then the Panthers are going to come back up again. They're going to be headed down south, and they're going to take on Atlanta, their division rivals. So Michael Vick and the Atlanta Falcons going to go ahead and take this dub here, as the Panthers just couldn't get anything going, and that's going to bring them in L. So now we have the map here as Atlanta takes that dub. Up next, we have the Dolphins, and they can only face off against the Buccaneers, so that's who they're going to go up against. And the Buccaneers on this 3rd and 1, they're going to take the ball, going to go right toward the end zone, and they're going to eliminate the Dolphins. Unfortunate for them, but very fortunate for Tampa Bay. Up next, we have the Falcons, who are once again going to be playing. They're going to go northwest, and they're going to take on Tennessee. So now, with about 30 seconds left, Warren Moon, he's looking. He finds his receiver over the middle in the back of the end zone. They're going to end up going for 2, and he finds his tight end. They're going to go up by 3, so now the Falcons have to make something happen. Michael Vick, he goes crossbody throw. He finds his receiver over the middle of the field. So now they still have 2 timeouts left, 25 seconds. Michael Vick, once again, he finds Julio over the middle of the field. They're going to get into field goal territory here, as they're going to be able to kick a field goal with Matt Bryant to go into overtime. So now in overtime, not really much happens. Michael Vick ends up trying to find a receiver, trying to beat him over the top, just can't quite outthrow the defender. Matt Bryant's going to kick a field goal, and they're going to go up by 3 with Tennessee getting the ball back. Same thing with Tennessee, couldn't really get much going. They almost throw an interception there, but they drop it, so they're able to kick a 3 and tie the game back up. So now the Falcons have to make something happen. He throws, Michael Vick throws it, but his receiver, Cordarrelle Patterson, drops the ball on the outside, and Eddie George, pretty soon after that, gets a big carry, gets a big run, and the Titans set themselves up to kick a field goal and just win this game. So the Titans take over all of that Falcon territory, and they have a pretty sizable amount of land so far here. As the Bills get landed on next, they're going to go into Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's going to be down by 8. Big Ben dropping back. He finds his receiver on the outside, who's going to get there and get out of bounds. Big out of bounds play for him. Big Ben now drops back. Once again, he finds his receiver over the middle. Stalwart going to get a big first down there. So now the clock keeps ticking. They still have 1 timeout. Big Ben tries to throw it over the middle, but Takeo Spikes is there. He's going to make them incompleted. But on the very next play, Big Ben throws it out to Heath Miller. Who else but his big tight end, Heath Miller. So now they need 2 to stay in this game, and he immediately dishes it to who else but Heath Miller once again to send this into overtime. So now Big Ben and the Steelers, they're driving. He has a receiver, Stallworth, once again on the outside to get a huge first down. 1st and 10, he finds his receiver over the middle once again, and they manage to get it to 1st and goal. They're going to go ahead, they're going to hand it off, and they're going to get into the end zone, going to go up by 7. So now Jim Kelly's got to get something going. He finds his receiver for a 1st down, but they need to start moving that ball, getting big plays as Jim Kelly throws. He tries to get it to his receiver, and he's unable to. As Troy Polamalu, one of the best safeties of all time, he's going to get that interception. He's going to win this game for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they're going to take over that New York territory. So here's how the map is looking now after that Steelers win, and up next we're going to get the Commanders, who are going to end up going south. Who else? They're going to take on Baltimore. Baltimore is going to effectively destroy them. Well, not destroy them, but they're going to beat them by 11. As you see here, Jamal Lewis, he's going to break a tackle. He's going to get a 1st down, and he's just going to end this game for Baltimore. Baltimore's going to take over that very small territory that they've got going on in Washington, D.C., and we're going to get on to our next game, who's going to be the Packers. And the Packers are going to go up north. They're going to go into Detroit. So now Detroit's going to play. They're going to lose this game by 21. Just effectively not doing anything, and Green Bay going to take over that Michigan area. As we get into our next spin, we're going to end up getting the New York Jets, who are effectively the New Jersey Jets in this, who are going to go up northwest. They're going to take on Philadelphia. They're going to be leading by 7 here with under a minute left. Randall Cunningham, he's going to find his receiver over the middle. I don't know how he caught that with defenders all over him, but with 30 seconds left now, Randall Cunningham, he's going to try and make a move. He throws it out to his receiver, who's going to get a 1st down, and he's going to get out of bounds. So now, 2nd and 10 left. They still need a touchdown, 35 yards. Cunningham throws it deep, but he can't quite get his receiver there. So now there's only 8 seconds left. Cunningham, once again, he has to kind of go deep. He throws it deep, and there's going to be a flag. And unfortunately, that's just the way the cookie crumbles for the Jets. That just seems to always happen. Very next play, Cunningham gets a touchdown. They send it into overtime. So now we have Aaron Rodgers, who's going to end up throwing, Joe Namath, I believe, who's going to end up throwing an interception. And Philadelphia is going to end up throwing it deep on the very next play to Terrell Owens, and the Jets are going to jet, and they're just going to lose their territory because, of course, they are. That's just what the Jets do. And up next, we're going to get the Colts, who are going to take on South Territory. They're going to take on their division rivals, the Tennessee Titans, and it's going to be a tie game in overtime. First play of overtime, we've got Warren Moon, who's going to find his receiver over the middle. They're going to get a 1st down. A couple plays later, now 3rd and 1, they're going to hand it off, and the Colts are going to stop them. Big play for the Colts. They're actually going to go for it on 4th down. Derrick Henry going to get stopped behind the line as the camera changed there for some reason. But a couple plays later, Peyton Manning on 3rd and 10, he throws it deep. He's going to find Marvin Harrison over the top. That's a great connection from the early 2000s, mid 2000s. They just find a way to win all the time. Colts are going to win that territory. They're going to be, they're probably going to have the largest territory, maybe other than the Rams. And up next, we have the Packers, who are taking on the Bears. Packers are going for it. They find a 1st down on 3rd down. Rodgers doing Rodgers-esque things with under a minute left. Rodgers just dishing and dealing to his receivers. They manage to go down the field. Now they're in the red zone. Rodgers, he finds his receiver over the middle. They score a touchdown, but they can't convert the 2-point conversion. So now Jim McMahon going to end up going. He's trying to find his receiver, finds Brandon Marshall for a 1st down. And the Bears are now driving down the field. They just need a field goal, and they've got 3 timeouts. As Jim McMahon throws it down the field, he finds his receiver. He's open. He catches it. And now the Bears, they just need a field goal to win this game. They hand it off. And Walter Payton finds his way into the end zone. They're going to end up scoring. And now Rodgers, with 4 seconds left, he has to kind of just toss it up. Rodgers ends up throwing it, and it goes directly out of bounds. So the Bears going to end up eliminating the Packers. Who would have thought? Bears going to take over that entire Midwest region. They're the only NFC North team left. Up next, we have the Rams. We're going to go east. They're going to claim some territory. The Chiefs are going to be up next. They're going to go southwest. They're going to claim some territory. And now the Eagles are going to go ahead. They're going to be next. And they're going to take on the Steelers. So now the Eagles, they're going to end up finding a win here. As you see LaShawn McCoy rushing right up the middle, getting it down to the goal line. And the Eagles going to take over that Pennsylvania territory, going to eliminate the Steelers. As we've got the Buccaneers here, who are going to take on the Colts. And the Colts versus Buccaneers, I feel like the Tony Dungy teams, it's a very interesting matchup for me. I don't know why. As Peyton Manning does Peyton Manning type of things in the quote-unquote playoffs, and he throws an interception to Jason Pierre-Paul, and he is going to get eliminated by the Tom Brady-led Buccaneers. So now, once again, we're going to land on the Buccaneers. We're going to be headed northwest. It's going to end up going into Chicago territory, believe it or not. So now Jim McMahon with 5 seconds left. They didn't really have anything going on. And it looks like Jim McMahon and the Bears are going to get eliminated after eliminating their division rivals. Yep, they're just going to dish it down. The Buccaneers are going to take all of that territory. Chicago's going to be eliminated, and now the Buccaneers definitely have the largest amount of territory. So now we have the Bengals up next. They're going to be headed southwest. They're going to take on the Buccaneers. So now Tom Brady's got a last chance, 30 seconds left, and one timeout to get this ball into the end zone and beat the Bengals or send it to overtime. As he throws it out, finds his receiver once again for a small gain, gets out of bounds. Tom Brady's still looking. He's trying to find his receiver. He ends up throwing an interception, something you don't see very often from Tom Brady. And they're going to get beat by the Ken Anderson-led Bengals. Bengals are now going to have the largest territory. As we see here, we're going to get the Saints, who are going to end up going west, and they're going to take on the Cowboys. Now, the Saints end up playing really well this game. As you see, Mark Ingram gets the ball handed off to him. He's going to rush for a first down. He's going to get tackled, but the game's pretty much going to be over. There's nothing that the Cowboys can do. They're out of timeouts. Mark Ingram gets the ball handed back, and he waltzes right in for a touchdown. They're going to end up taking over Texas, and the Saints are going to own that territory. And now we're starting to dwindle down the teams a little bit, as we're going to end up landing on the Eagles. We're going to be going northeast. They're going to be taking on the New England Patriots. Now down by 3, Randall Cunningham. He's stepping up. He finds a first down with his legs, and he's going to get a big gain there. A couple plays later, now 3rd and 8, Randall Cunningham. He's looking, trying to step up, trying to run the ball again, but he's got a QB spy there, and they bring him down for a gain of 3. So now 4th and 5. He's looking, he tries to find his receiver, but Gilmore is right there to make a play, and the Patriots are going to go ahead, and they're going to eliminate the Eagles. So up next, we're going to end up having the Browns. The Browns are going to go south. They're going to go into Bengals territory, and now the Browns are going to be up by 17. It's not going to be enough for the Bengals. They're going to get eliminated by the Browns. And the Browns now have a very large amount of territory. As the Patriots get landed on next, they're going to be headed southwest. They're going to go into Cleveland, and they're going to rock Cleveland. Brady and Corey Dillon and those guys. They're going to get a first down here. It's going to seal the game. The Patriots are going to take over all of that territory, and the Patriots are looking like the Patriots have always looked, and they're going to end up taking over large masses. The Ravens get landed on next. They're going to go north into Patriot territory, and Baltimore now with this field goal is going to seal the game, put it out of reach of New England, and they're going to win all of that territory. As now we have the final 5 teams. The Rams are going to land next. They're going to go up north, going to claim some territory in Oregon, and the Ravens are going to play next. They're going to be headed northwest, kind of west a little bit. They're going to take on the Chiefs, And the Chiefs are going to hand this ball off to Jamal Charles, who's going to end up waltzing his way into the end zone. They're going to take over all of that Baltimore territory. So now the Chiefs have the largest amounts of land. Final four, Seahawks, a team we have not seen play yet. They're going to be headed south. They're going to take on LA with 1:50 left. They're going to hand it off to Sean Alexander, who's going to gain about 8. So now 3rd and 1. They need something. They're going to throw it out. Russell Wilson's going to find his receiver. He's going to find Galloway, and Galloway's going to get the first down. And with this last run with Sean Alexander, they're just going to about end the game, and the Seahawks are going to take over all of that territory. As you can see, taking over the entire western coast. As we see the Chiefs next, down by 10. They have no timeouts. They're going up against the Saints. It's just not going to be enough. They're going to waste their time, and the Chiefs are going to get eliminated by the Saints. So now we have our final two, and this is going to determine which team is going to be attacking. As you see, the Saints are going to go into Seahawk land, and up by 12, they find a first down here, and that's going to seal the game for them. Sorry, this is going to seal the game for them, as they manage to get a first down here, and they're going to eliminate the Saints. So here we have it. The Saints are your Legends Madden winners. I'm sorry it took so long for this video to come out. I've been doing so much. But if you guys like this video, if you guys want me to do more videos like this, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, comment if you're new here, give me some, advice, things you'd like to see, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.